Hostiles is a beautiful, gorgeous film with amazing cinematography, classic actors doing their very best, and intense action scenes. What makes Hostiles an okay film is its uneven story and sloppy writing. Hello everyone, my name is Alex, aka Cinema Lovers Incorporated, and today I am reviewing the 2018 Western film, Hostiles. I was lucky enough to go yesterday and watch it. I haven't seen a movie in forever, and I finally saw Hostiles. I was not really excited for this film. I had no expectations or anything. I was just going to see a movie, and I don't think I saw this trailer since maybe when it first debuted in the theater, maybe last year or something like that. So yeah, I didn't even see the trailer. I just walked in completely blind. And Hostiles, while, like I said, a beautiful looking film, falls flat because of its uneven pace and weak story. I really was disappointed with Hostiles. I think Christian Bale did a fantastic job. The cinematography is gorgeous. Sometimes it is overdone and it feels like a commercial, but it is good to look at. I thought the opening scene was amazing. I was shocked. I was glued to my seat when, spoiler alert, this blonde-haired woman, I forgot her name, all of her children and husband are killed. It was a really, really scary scene. We got to see these evil Indians at the time, and they were terrifying. And I thought they would have been the main villain of the whole film. That is not the case. They die halfway through, not even halfway, off screen. And it's truly disappointing because these Indians were terrifying, truly gruesome, and they did not care about human life. I thought the film was uneven. Lots of storylines just don't really serve anything for the movie. We have all of these soldiers that are just thrown in there. They die, they get taken out, and we don't really care because we don't really care about any of them because every story is so uneven in this movie. I swear to God, the scene where they get captured when it's dark by these like bandits could have been easily written out. Now I think this is the director's first film, and directing a big film like this, it requires a lot of skill, and you might not have the editing brain like professionals. So, that could have been easily cut out. It served no purpose. I think someone died in the tent, I believe, but he didn't really serve a purpose. The whole scene could have been cut out. We rescued the women and the children, and then we kept moving. It did not need to be there. And the part when they stopped in the middle of the movie at the town could have been easily written off. We just got a couple more soldiers, and then we kept moving. It's like, things like that are very uneven. The story just doesn't know what it wants. They keep adding new villains to the film. They even got Scott Wilson involved, and he gets killed off after 2 minutes. What a waste of an excellent actor who portrayed Herschel Green on The Walking Dead and many, many other fabulous roles. What a wasted talent. And I haven't seen him in a lot of movies lately, and for them to kill him off like that was truly disappointing. Yeah, and the Indians, those, the Redskins, I thought they would have been the main focus of the film. However, they were not. And sometimes it was very hard to understand what was going on in this movie. In the beginning, they were torturing these Indians for some reason. I think they did something wrong, but now they're finally being able to go home. But they're getting beat up and stuff. It's a very uneven movie. And the script is very, sometimes it's really good, sometimes it's all over the place. In one part, they pick up this guy at the town that could have been easily cut out in the middle of the film, and I need to see it again one day. Probably I won't. I'll probably never see this film again. It's not a bad film. It was pretty good. Had a couple flaws, but I'm never going to see a film like this again. They picked up this guy, and they took him with them, and they chained him to a tree. I had no idea why this guy was here. It was stuff like that that made the writing sloppy. Now, let me talk about the things I enjoy. I talked about a lot of these things. I thought the performances were great. I thought the blonde-haired woman, in the beginning, she was great. I thought she was gripping when she lost her family. She was going crazy. But when the Redskins died, she became this boring, bland character that was just there. She was a cliche, tough woman that doesn't take no from men. You know, she became this boring, bland character after the Redskins were killed. She had no motivation. She had no story arc after they were killed. They could have given her something interesting, but they didn't. Christian Bale's character is one of the best characters of the film. He goes from a racist, Indian-hating man to a man that cares about this tribe of Indians. And he goes to really extreme measures to keep them alive, to get them to their valley in Montana. I believe it's Montana. I thought the action scenes were amazing. We could have had so many more awesome action scenes. The blood, the gore was everywhere. I was on the edge of my seat. I loved these action scenes. It was true Western grit. And it felt like this movie could have been so good if they kept those bad Indians throughout the whole movie as the main bad guys, and if they had more of these action scenes, it would have been a great film. However, we just keep picking up more characters, and there's so many of them, you don't really understand what they're all here for, and when they die, you go, I don't really care. Another thing I loved about this movie was the relationship between Christian Bale and the Native American Indians. I thought this was really, really good for the film. This is probably why the film got a 70. It had great development between Belle and the Indians. The old Indian man was probably one of my favorite characters in the movie. He got the movie moving along, and whenever he came up, I was interested into seeing where his character would go. Oh my God, I spoiled it. Oh my God, Jesus Christ, I'm taking the pill. Oh, that was the Viagra pill. Oh. Christ. Well, anyways, ladies and gentlemen, I enjoyed the Indians and Belle's performance back and forth, and eventually becoming allies in this big, open, range of Montana. I thought the music was really good. The score provided in the film was magnificent. I thought it was gripping and truly scary and terrifying. I loved it. But I swear to God, if they kept camping at these places, I would have blown my brains out. They camped at over probably 20 places in the film. It's not good entertainment, guys. There was a lot of talking. That's fine. But there was a lot of camping. There was a lot of building fires and setting up teepees and, a lot of that. And it got a little bit too much near the end, and I really wanted a massive shootout at the end. We got a tiny shootout, and that was disappointing. But overall, I think Hostiles is a good film. I would probably never see it again. It's just a very long film. Hold on. Very long and... Jesus. Okay. Very long. I would rate it a C. It has some problems. Uneven. The story is all over the place. The writing is okay. Sometimes it's really good. Sometimes it's really mixed. I think the performances were great. I was disappointed that the Redskins were not the main bad guys in the whole film. That was very disappointing. I thought the film went a little bit too long, but overall, a C. If you want to go see it, you can. Younger audiences will probably not enjoy this film. You will probably fall asleep. My brother Elliot, who was 11, fell asleep during the movie. People like that will not enjoy the film. But if you like strong performances like Christian Bale, you may like this movie. But if you want a action-packed Western, you may want to keep looking, because this is not all action. It's a lot of story, and sometimes the story does not work, and that's why it becomes kind of boring here and there, because some of these storylines you don't care about. You're not interested in. The storyline I'm interested in is Christian Bale getting the Indians to the valley, and it would have been much better if the Redskins tracked them down the whole way, and then right at the end they had this ultimate battle. That would have been great, but unfortunately they killed them off 30 minutes in, and we never saw them again, and we kept getting these other bad guys that came out of nowhere. It became very convoluted, messy, disjointed, and too many cast members. You don't care when someone dies. When they get boom, you don't care. The only characters you care about are the Indians and then Christian Bale and maybe that woman. That's it. C, it's a C. Not a terrible film, but not a good film either. It's just in the middle. So I hope you enjoyed my review, everyone. Comment down below, subscribe, do whatever the heck you want to do, and I will be making more reviews very, very soon. That is my review of Hostiles. I hope you enjoyed it. Leave a like, comment down below, subscribe, do whatever the heck you want to do. Alex, aka Cinema Lovers Incorporated, signing off. Bye, everyone.